In this video, we will learn about is matter around us pure. So to understand if matter around us is pure, we should know what a matter is. So a matter is something that has a substance that has a space, or it occupies space, and also it has mass. So if we understand that, we will know the different types of matter and know more about how matter is. So to understand that, I have already told that anything that has mass and occupies space is called matter. A matter can be either a liquid, gas, or solid. So you can see that a matter can be a table, a chair, chalk, duster, or anything that occupies space and also has mass. It can be any living object too. So matter can also be divided into two different types, that is pure substance and impure substance. So let's see here. Matter is divided into pure substance and impure substance. Pure substance is further divided into elements and compounds. So impure substance is again further divided into mixtures. So let's start with pure substance. So pure substance is a material which contains only one kind of atom or molecules. It contains only one type of atom or molecules. For example, you can say chemical elements. So there are a lot of elements in the periodic table. So you can see that this chemical element is almost found in the nature. It's not man-made. So chemical elements such as tin, sulfur, and diamond are pure substances. Compounds are a combination of two or more atoms. So you can see the example of a pure substance in the compound is sugar. Sugar is also known as glucose, and its formula is C6H12O6. So next is water. Water is a combination of two or more atoms. So it is combination of hydrogen and oxygen. So H2O is its formula. And next is baking soda or sodium bicarbonate. So it is NaHCO3. So next form of pure substances are crystals. So next form of pure substances are crystals. So here you can see that salt, protein crystals, and copper sulfate crystals. So next we will understand the different types of pure substances. The different types of pure substances are further divided into elements and compounds. So let's start with what an element is. So pure substances, when they are made up of one kind of atom, they are known as elements. So they cannot be further split, or they cannot be made simpler substances like iron. Iron is also known as ferrum, or it's known as Fe is the symbol. Gold is Rm, Au. Silver is Ag. Carbon C, oxygen O2, nitrogen N2, sodium Na, etc. So you can see that non-metal examples of elements are carbon, oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen, hydrogen, etc. So metalloids. So metalloids have both the characteristics of non-metal and a metal. So it is, the example are boron, silicon, germanium, etc. So here in this figure you can see the element which are pure substances, or elements which come under pure substances are gold, helium, carbon. For carbon example, it is graphite. So where is graphite used? You all know that it is used in the pencil that we write. So next we come upon with properties of metals, non-metals, and metalloids. So we will first understand about metals. Metals are shiny, they are malleable, they are ductile, they are also good conductors of thermal and electric energy, they are highly reactive. So coming to non-metals, they are dull in nature. Let's start comparing. Metals are shiny. but non-metals are very dull in nature. To understand the physical appearance, we need to know, or we need to differentiate metals and non-metals. First difference is shiny. The metals are shiny and non-metals are dull. So they are, non-metals are brittle. Brittle means it breaks with a very low blow, or if you blow it with a hammer, it breaks. So metals are non-breakable. So you can see that it is non-breakable. It is malleable, means it can be woven or stretched to meters. Metals can be stretched to meters. For example, we can say gold. Gold, if we have a very small piece of gold, can be stretched as a thin wire to about 2 kilometers distance, but it cannot be done in those metals. So it is non-malleable and it is non-ductile. And you can see that non-metals are poor conductors of thermal and electric energy. So you can see that only some of the non-metals are reactive as compared to the metals. So let's understand metalloids. So metalloids are those, they might have the properties of both metals and non-metals. So you can see that they can be shiny or they can be dull. They can be malleable or they will not be malleable, or say they can put up shiny nature, or they can be dull, or they can be ductile, or they are not. So it is like almost a combination of the characteristics of or properties of metals and non-metals. They are semiconductors. They are almost semiconductors in nature for the conductivity of electricity. So next we will see about compounds. So it is the second subdivision of pure substances. So pure substances are further divided into elements and compounds. We have seen elements. Elements are almost present in the nature. So they do not combine with any other elements or atoms or molecules. They cannot be further divided to, or they cannot be split into smaller forms. But compounds are just the opposite of elements. They see two or more atoms combine with respect to the mass ratio, they form the compounds. So when two or more elements combine together with a proper or definite mass, they form the compounds. So you can see that it can be decomposed into a single element too, or particular elements, and they can be again recombined with other elements. So for example, you can see water. Water is hydrogen combined with oxygen. So you can see that the formula of water is H2O. Oxygen, one element of oxygen combines with other element, that is one atom of oxygen combines with other atom of oxygen, it forms O2. So nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, etc. are compounds. So next we will see impure substance. So pure substance, we have seen that they do not combine with any other atoms or molecules. They remain as it is in nature. But impure substance is just the dead opposite of the pure substance. So which contains only one kind of atoms and molecules, and it contains, it is also known as mixtures. They combine with two or more atoms or molecules. They are known as mixtures. So mixture, you can see that they do not contain only one particular kind of particles which do not react chemically, but physically also they can be mixed together in any proportion. A mixture, particularly individually also, they can be combined with some other atoms or molecules, and chemically they do not react. If they do not react chemically, they can be mixed physically together in a particular proportion. They are known as mixtures. So we should understand the types of mixtures. Like there are two different types of mixtures. They are homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. So coming to homogeneous mixture, so taking an example, like when we add sugar to water and we mix a teaspoonful of sugar in water, we can see that no crystals or particles of sugar are present after stirring for a long time. So it has got combined with the water molecules. So when a mixture composition is uniform throughout the mixture, you cannot see any difference between a sugar or the water solution, it is known as a homogeneous mixture. So then what is heterogeneous mixture? So heterogeneous mixture is they do not form uniform composition throughout. Like when you mix chalk powder in water, you can see some of the particles getting suspended in the water. So the molecules of water and the chalk particles do not combine together. It is known as heterogeneous mixture. So you can see here. So to make a cup of coffee or a tea, you need sugar, coffee powder, water and milk. So you can see that all sugar, milk and the coffee powder all blend together. They form one mixture. Can you differentiate here sugar separately or coffee powder separately or milk separately? No. They togetherly combine and form one particular ingredient which is known as one particular solution which is known as that is coffee. So it is homogeneous mixture. So you cannot see any visible lumps of milk and sugar. So here you can see that heterogeneous mixture. So we'll take an example of our daily life, cornflakes. When you add cornflakes or any other compounds, that is cornflakes or chocos, etc., you mix it in milk and leave it for some time, still it remains as it is and it doesn't combine completely with the milk that you have added. It is known as heterogeneous mixture. So we will see some of the examples of homogeneous mixture now. Sugar, water, dish washing detergent, water, there are minerals dissolved in water. So there are certain minerals in the water you have seen, you are not able to see with your naked eyes. So hence it is also a homogeneous mixture. So coffee once brewed, it's a mixture of coffee, water, sugar, etc. Soda, mouthwash, toothpaste, bronze, steel, blood, plasma. So this is a component of blood. We cannot see blood, we can see blood as quite red in color, but we cannot see different components as it is because it is completely combined and it is homogeneous in nature. So let us see more example of it. So in this kind of mixture, you cannot distinguish the components. If you are able to distinguish the components, then it is heterogeneous. Here puree. So if you blend some amount of tomato and add some of the amounts of salt, etc., and you make a puree of it. So can you see any difference of the salt or any other components added to it? No. If you are not able to understand or make out the difference, it is known as homogeneous mixture. So milkshake. So making milkshake, if you like strawberry or mango, etc., you puree the strawberry or mango, then add it to the milk and you add some of the amount of sugar, etc., and you mix it together. Can you differentiate the components or contents that is added to the milkshake? No. You can see an equal or uniform mixture formed. Here you can see chocolate. Chocolate is also a mixture of sugar, then cocoa, etc. So can you make out difference or individual ingredients separated out in the chocolate? No, you cannot make it. So such a mixture is known as homogeneous mixture. Orange juice. Orange juice is made with pulp of orange, water and sugar. So when you mix together, can you separate out sugar, water and orange? No, you cannot make so. So such mixtures are known as homogeneous mixtures. So let's see some of the examples of heterogeneous mixture. So in this kind of mixture, you can distinguish all the components. So salad. Salad, you can see a mixture of some of the vegetables. Then you add pepper, salt, etc. So you can see that the salad, tomato, beetroot or any other leaves, green leafy vegetables if you have added, they are separated out. So such mixtures are known as heterogeneous mixture. So you can see here milk and cereals, as I told before. So it can also be separated out and it is heterogeneous mixture. It is not uniform in nature. So this completes matter and its types. So we will continue this particular topic in the next video.